Playhouse presents Dick Powell, Charles Boyer, David Niven, Ida Lupino.
Mr. Graham. I know you're in there. I'll use my pass key.
Go away, Rose.
You're in a lot of trouble. Someone just phoned saying that detective was on his way over. You're liable to be arrested on suspicion of murder.
I know.
What did you do to your wife, Geraldine, Mr. Graham? Where is she?
Look around. Her colognes, her perfumes. See? All her clothes. Her magazines. Even her cigarette.
But where is she?
In this room, where she always is.
Oh, now, Mr. Graham.
Where do you think she is, Rose?
Well, you've got me. I'm on a merry-go-round. I don't know what to think. You seemed like such an ideal couple. When I'd see you and your wife together...
What was that you said? When was the last time you saw Geraldine?
Well, I've been trying to remember, but about a month ago.
A month ago, eh? A month ago.
You'll stop laughing when they arrest you for murder.
Oh, come now. How could I have killed my Geraldine?
Then where is she?
Where she always was. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's true. She's an idea, nothing more. She's my idea. I'm not crazy, Rose. My reasons for creating Geraldine were most sensible, I assure you. It was the only way I could finally make something of my life. You see, I had always been lonely, and I had settled long ago for being a failure. My life was a succession of small defeats, drifting from one insignificant job to the next, from one rooming house to the next. And nothing was going to change this late in the game. I answered the advertisement as a joke. It was a very wonderful position. I knew I didn't have a chance. But this time I got a reply. A request to come in for an interview. How ridiculous. A job like that for me? They'd laugh at me. But I suppose hope is the last thing to die in a man.
Excellent education, I'll say that for you.
Thank you, sir.
I was a real dummy in school, but I appreciate brains. Got great respect for brains. Of course, you never did much with all that education.
That's true.
This is an important job with my toy factory. Great responsibility. The average employer, he'd look at you and what would he say? Dated, seedy, uninspired, unaggressive, dull.
I suppose so.
But for me, don't ask me why, you vibrate. I'm a great believer in vibrations. I can enter an empty house, and in 2 seconds I can tell you whether or not the house is for me just by the vibrations. Also, I'm fed up to here with the slick young hotshots. Give me a middle-aged, substantial, settled man with responsibilities. And you know what you've got? Stability.
Sir?
Prepare a standard contract for Mr. Graham. He'll be starting Monday.
Yes, sir.
Two things I believe in, Graham. Vibrations and stability. I wouldn't have a man in an important job who didn't vibrate for me personally. And who didn't have a wife and family to come home to when the day's work is done. Ethel, John Jr., Herm, Pete. How many kids you have, Graham? This little Petey, he's going to be the wolf in the family. Look at that gleam. How many? Kids.
None.
But you're married, of course. Well, I don't know if you mentioned it in your letter. I just assumed. You are married.
Yes, yes. Of course. Certainly. For many years.
Well, that's fine. Have a cigar.
Thank you. That's how it started. When all my new hopes were going down the drain again, I created my wife. Now I needed a new place to live, a bigger place, a Mr. and Mrs. on my mailbox. I had to start a whole new life for two.
Joan, I saw your ad in the paper about a bungalow. I'd like to see it.
Oh, just you?
No, my wife and I. She couldn't come. She works at irregular hours. Research work, you know. You probably won't see much of her.
Around here, we don't have time to watch the tenants. Too many beds to make and floors to vacuum. This is it, Bungalow C.
Nice.
This is the bathroom. Here's the bed.
Oh.
And plenty of closet space. Women like that. And here's the kitchen.
Oh. Well, I must say, this is very pleasant. Well, that is, we'll take it.
Oh, don't you think your missus should see it first? Most women have their own ideas about things.
Oh, my wife likes whatever I like.
Oh, you must be one in a million.
Yes. Yes, she is. You said 80, huh?
Mm-hmm. Fresh linens every Thursday, maid service every day.
You mean the maid comes in here every day?
Well, except Sundays. I'm the maid around here, and Sundays I don't work for anybody.
Uh-huh. I don't blame you. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. I'll draw up a lease and have it for you later. Is that all your luggage?
Oh, no. No, of course not. I'll fetch my wife things later.
Oh.
May I help you?
Well, I'll take these. They're for my wife.
All of them?
Yes, it's her birthday.
This is size 16, size 9, size 32. But you must have one of those new adjustable models.
Oh. Well, I must say I don't know much about shopping.
You men are such frauds.
What do you mean?
Well, you're so high and mighty until you enter a woman's shop, and then you just shrink into nothing. Now, tell me, is she tall or short? Is she slim or plump? Describe her to me. Give me some idea of her coloring, of her temperament, so I can know what to pick out. What is your wife like?
Well, it's a little difficult. She's slim, graceful, very dainty. No more than 5 feet tall. Blonde, but ash blonde, nothing gaudy. Her eyes are a lovely gray, with a little twinkle. Of course, she's no girl anymore, but still she has the excitement of youth and the charm and dignity that comes with years. She's very beautiful.
You're very generous. I'll show you a few things.
Thank you very much. Oh.
Yes?
This is Rose Barton, the manager with the lease.
One moment. Oh, come in.
Thank you. I'd like to get all the paperwork out of the way.
Of course.
Your wife like the place?
Oh, very much. Very much indeed. No complaints.
No complaints? She sounds too good to be true.
Here you are.
Oh, your wife has to sign it, too.
Oh. Well, she's in the shower now.
Well, that's all right. Just have her drop by the office when she has the time.
All right. Now, wait. As long as you're here, I'll take it in and have her sign it now. I'm coming in, sweetheart. Now, what should I put? Jane, Virginia, Alice. Geraldine. That's nice. Yes, very nice. Geraldine. Grant. Very good.
I was admiring her clothes. She has very good taste.
Why, thank you.
Never had much time for nice clothes myself, and aprons my specialty.
Here is the lease. Oh, excuse me. It's a little wet.
Thank you. I hope to meet Mrs. Graham soon.
By the way, I guess Geraldine is not too good to be true after all. There is one complaint.
Oh.
She says the water is not hot enough.
Spoke too soon, huh? All right, I'll check the heater.
And so I began my life with Geraldine.
You say Geraldine doesn't exist, but the mailman brings her magazines, letters.
I subscribe to the magazines. I write the letters.
People in the court remark about what a nice, quiet couple you are. Never any fights, never any noisy parties. I used to hear you talk to her.
Yes, to an empty room. And yet, there were times where I could have sworn that she...
What?
Nothing.
Well, what about the people where you work?
Oh, they believe in Geraldine completely. I was always sending my secretary out for little gifts for her. Every morning, there was a fresh flower in my lapel, placed there by Geraldine. I had to make them believe, especially Mr. Martin. My job depended on it. But I must admit that keeping her alive became an extremely exciting game. Of course, there was a certain element of risk. The other day, I was almost caught. I was in my office.
Lunchtime.
Oh? Has my secretary gone?
Sure.
Oh, I told her to put a call in to my wife. Well, do you mind waiting just a second?
I will make it short. I'm starved.
I won't be long.
time is 12:50.
Hello, my darling.
Exact.
I've been meaning to call you all morning, sweetheart, but this is the first chance I've had. Of course I do.
The time is
I hope you fell asleep again after I left.
52.
You were so tired last night. Yes. And your face looked so lovely this morning on the pillow.
The time is 12:52.
Well, see you tonight, sweetheart.
20 seconds.
What are you doing?
It's already hung up.
You got a lot of nerve doing that.
I was just going to call you to tell you to step on it. You say, remember, I said I was starved.
What did you hear?
Nothing. You'd already hung up.
Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were so touchy.
With everything that concerns my wife, I am extremely touchy, Mr. Peters. Please remember that.
Well. Harry, wait for me.
Oh.
I looked into your office, but you're already gone. What are you doing tonight?
Oh, nothing special. Some work.
My wife wants you and your missus over for the evening.
Oh, but I don't...
I've been telling her there is such a thing as a perfect marriage, and she's dying to meet you two. Been pestering me for days. She's a bug on the Ouija board. Wants to do a reading on Mrs. Graham.
Well, look,
Well, she telephoned just a few minutes ago, and I'm instructed to insist. Let's say around 9. See you then.
Oh, Mr. Martin, wait. I am terribly sorry. I don't know where my mind is. I guess I'm so worried about Geraldine. Why, we couldn't possibly come tonight. She has been quite ill with the flu for the last week.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, and the doctor says she'll have to stay in bed for a few days longer. Yes, he's afraid of complications.
Well, let me know when she's feeling better.
I will.
But take my word for it, if Ethel's decided to meet Geraldine, she'll come to your house and break the door down in order to do it. Very determined woman, my wife.
I'm terribly sorry. Are you all right?
Yes, sir.
Case of emergency notified Geraldine Graham, Hillside 3674.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The phone's been ringing night and day at the Graham bungalow. There it goes again.
Yes.
I don't know how many times it woke me and the mister up last night. You'd better do something about it.
I guess I will. Hello?
Mrs. Graham, please.
Oh, she's not in just now. Is there a message?
Oh, this is General Hospital. Her husband's been in an accident.
Is he hurt bad?
Oh, no, not seriously at all. It's just a slight concussion. He'll be getting discharged today or tomorrow. But he was unconscious last night, and we've been trying to reach his wife.
Well, I'll leave a note for her to call the hospital the second she comes in.
Fine.
And please tell Mr. Graham that I sent my best wishes. This is Rose Barton.
All right, I will.
Never been opened.
Oh, there you are, Mrs. Graham.
I'm not Mrs. Graham. I'm the manager.
Oh, well, when I called the hospital, they said they hadn't been able to reach Mrs. Graham. I got worried, her being so sick. Is she okay now?
Well, I didn't know she was sick.
Well, Harry said she'd been in bed for a week. Has to stay there.
Look,
I don't understand.
then it's unanimous, neither do I.
Well, when's the last time you saw Mrs. Graham?
Well, just last... Why, no, I haven't seen her for weeks. Oh, Mrs. Haynes? Yes? When's the last time you saw Mrs. Graham?
Is anything wrong?
We don't know.
Well, I saw her. Well, I haven't seen her in a month. Something is wrong. That's why the telephone was ringing all night. I just know something is wrong.
Oh, maybe she just went out of town for a day or two.
He said she'd been in bed for a week.
Well, all her clothes are still here, and their suitcases.
So she hasn't gone out of town.
He's killed her.
Nonsense.
It's true. He's killed her and hidden the body.
Oh, shut up.
Then where is she? Where is she?
I want the telephone number of the Acme Detective Agency. Yes, I'll wait.
Well, eventually it had to happen. If it hadn't been the accident, it would have been something else.
This must be the detective.
Oh, well, what am I going to tell him?
The truth. What else can you tell him?
The truth. But you think he will believe me? And even if he does, what would it mean to my plans? Everything down the drain. The truth.
Let him in, and then keep your mouth shut.
Mr. Graham?
Yes?
Mr. Graham, my name's Fred Blake. I'm from the Acme Detective Agency. I tried to reach you at the hospital. They told me you insisted upon being discharged today.
That's true.
You shouldn't take chances on your health, Mr. Graham.
What can I do for you?
For me, nothing. My client has a very unusual request. He wants me to tip my hat to your good wife. Upon so doing, I'm to beat a hasty retreat and go on to other things. Simple?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling very well, and
I've got further instructions. Just in case I can't find the lady to tip my hat to, I'm to run, not walk, to the nearest police station.
look,
Where is she, Mr. Graham?
Honey, who's that at the door? Well, what's wrong? You're as white as a sheet.
well, he wants to know what happened to my wife.
Well, what do you mean, what's happened to me?
You, Mrs. Graham?
Well, so I'm told.
Well, we got a report that you've been missing.
Missing me? Oh, I've been at my sister's house for a few days, if you can call that missing. Who's been turning in reports on me?
I'd rather not say.
Well, you get out of here and go on about your business, coming here on such stupid gossip. Why, look how you've upset him. For 2 cents, I'd hire a lawyer.
Lady, please, I'm going. I'm sorry if I caused you any inconvenience.
We got out of here in a hurry.
You were terrific, Rose. Helen Hayes could not have done it better. Of course, I suppose the truth will have to come out sooner or later. But you know, somehow I'm not really afraid. I don't feel so alone anymore.
There's one sure way to solve everything.
What's that?
You should really get married, Mr. Graham. You need someone to look after you. It's no good to be alone all your life. You need someone to care about you.
But bigamy is against the law, Rose.
Bigamy?
Yes. You see, I can convince everyone else that there is no Geraldine. But I can't convince myself. I can't get her out of my mind. Her beauty, her loveliness. Oh, I know that she doesn't really exist. But when I close my eyes, she's right here, beside me. How could I ever possibly give up my wife, Geraldine?
you.